Why, hello there, everybody. How you doing today? It's me again. I wanted to encourage you all today, again, to let you know exactly what's going on, what God is doing in our country. We we all see the lies. We all hear the lies. We all know that Hillary campaign is doing nothing but lying. We see the setups. We know better. We know the corruption. We know that it exists. And if we know that it exists, what exactly are they getting away with? Well, they're not getting away with anything. If you know a liar is lying to you, then you're not deceived by the lie. And here's what you need to also remember. The bigger the lie that's told, the bigger the truth that is trying to cover up. So when you hear these big giant lies being told, just know that there's a big giant truth that's waiting around the corner to be revealed. And it will be revealed in God's timing. Okay? Now, how can I say God is moving right now? Well, because what he's doing is he's doing what's called hardening men's hearts. You see, when this is all said and done, it's going to be because Almighty God did it. Not because man did it. Not because of a political party did it. Not because of one little thing took place. Not because someone told the truth. Because you can't get a liar to tell the truth because, well, they're a liar. Okay? And I take you back to the Old Testament to prove to you and show you exactly what's going on. God hardens men's hearts to bring glory to his name. If you go to Exodus chapter 14, starting with verse 11, and they said unto Moses, now this is Moses. This is what's going on is Moses has led the children of Israel out of Egypt, out of captivity. But Moses led them, but God set them free. Okay? So all of these things are happening, but the children of Israel still think that it's Moses that did it. Okay? So, chapter 14 of the book of Exodus, verse 11. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Where therefore hast thou dealt with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? And basically what they're saying is, Moses, why in the world did you bring us here? To die? And the reason why they're saying that is because Pharaoh is in hot pursuit of them. Because God has hardened his heart and said, go after him. Why did he harden his heart? Because the children of Israel did not believe, did not yet understand that it was Almighty God that led them out of Israel. That's why. So then we skip down to Exodus verse 17. And this is right after Almighty God has told Moses, all you got to do is stick your staff out, brother. The Red Sea, the sea is going to part, and the children of Israel are going to walk across on dry ground. And this is why we're going to do it this way. And in verse 17, he says, and I, this is Almighty God speaking, and I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. Who's them? The children of Israel. Where's he going to follow them? Right into the parting of the Red Sea. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. Verse 18. And why is he doing all this? And the Egyptians shall know, K-N-O-W, that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Folks, there was no doubt. No doubt. Moses didn't part the Red Sea. Almighty God parted the Red Sea. Moses didn't stop Pharaoh dead in his tracks by knocking the wheels off of his chariots in the middle of the Red Sea. No, that was Almighty God. And it wasn't Moses that caused the water to fall back on top of Pharaoh, killing them all. No, that was Almighty God. So we're going to end with Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know, there's that pesky word again, K-N-O-W, know, and we know that all things work together to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Folks, Almighty God is hardening hearts so that when Almighty God does move, there will be no doubt that it is Almighty God that's doing it. It is Almighty God who has done it. And it is Almighty God that's on the throne. Just saying.